to me and his channel.
What's up, it's your boy LOE Visuals. I'm back with another video. How y'all doing? I hope y'all vibing, y'all chilling, y'all enjoying y'all day, y'all on a productive day. We on it today. Before I start, smash the like button. We trying to get on the algorithm. They be trying to shadow ban me. But for y'all, subscribe. We on the road to 1K. I love you guys so much. But let's talk about it. So, Tszyu is supposed to be taking on Sebastian Fundora as a replacement for his March 30th title fight. Now that Keith Thurman is out with a bicep injury, I'm not surprised, but shout out to Keith Thurman. I hope he gets well, but I'm not surprised. But yeah, I actually think this is a good fight, you know. I can't just say it's the best fight in the world. Fundora was supposed to be on the undercard, but he gets moved up. I mean, he was number 3 ranked, I think, in the WBO, if I'm not mistaken, but he gets the shot. I think it's I wouldn't say it's deserved, but you know, he has, you know, done a decent amount at 54. You know, he fought Lubin, stopped Lubin. You know, he been in there, you know, with guys, you know, but that Brian Mendoza fight really shot him down, you know, and that was in Cali. A lot of people, you know, got off his hype train. And it was just, I think it was just Fundora, you know, just being young, in my opinion. Because I think if he just would have boxed Mendoza and not tried to trade with Mendoza, because I think he was winning the fight. I just think, you know, he was trying to trade with Mendoza and Mendoza caught him. That's all it was. He was a heavy favorite, if I'm not mistaken. Heavy favorite against Mendoza. I think the fight was in Cali for sure. But he was a heavy favorite going into the fight. He just got caught with a shot at, and, you know, people got off the hype train. But he had beat Erickson Lubin, stopped Lubin, you know. Jorge Cota, he had been in there with decent guys. I mean, I can't just, you know, that Lubin win was a good win for him. It put him on. But he didn't capitalize. And I think if he would have beat Mendoza, he would have been up next for a title shot. He would have been up next, but that Mendoza fight shot him down, but now he's getting a chance at Tszyu, and I think Tszyu is gonna be tough. You know, he's 24-0, he hasn't lost yet, and you know, whoever wins this fight, you know, I'll talk about that later, but they got some business, you know, they will have to be handled. But yeah, I think the fight is gonna actually be good, you know, because I want to see how Tszyu handles Fundora's size. And if you guys don't think it's an issue, Fundora's 6'6". Kid 6'6", 80-inch reach. It's, you know, if he flicked the jab out all night and just was on the defensive, you know, I think he could win a fight. That's just, you know, he's just young and he don't understand it yet. He wants to get in the pocket and bang. And if he gets in the pocket with bang, I think Tszyu can capitalize, you know. But if it's just him, you know, out, you know, flicking his jab and trying to box, I think he can, you know, give Tszyu some issues. You know, he's a rangy kid, in my opinion. But, you know, I think the fight is actually going to be pretty good. I'm definitely going to tune in March 30th. It's going to be a good fight. I wish it would have been Keith Thurman, because I wanted to see how Keith Thurman, you know, looked against Tszyu. I've never seen Keith Thurman at welterweight, so I thought, you know, maybe we get to get Keith Thurman finally at, you know, super welterweight. I mean, so it would have been, you know, but of course, Keith Thurman, you know, I think it's a product of Keith Thurman not being in the gym. You can't just decide, oh, I'm going to hop in the gym and go crazy and go hard, because I'm pretty sure Keith Thurman goes hard. But he hadn't been going hard prior to that. You can't just hop in the gym and decide, because you got to get your body time to, you know, for movement, and you got to keep the muscles flowing and blood flowing, and you don't do that. And that's why you get those little chinky injuries and things like that, because that, you know, you don't stay in the gym. Guys like Terence Crawford, you know, he may be older, but you can't tell because he's always in the gym. So his muscles are always, you know, he's ripped up, cut, And that's because he's in the gym. That's why, you know, he's probably can last. If he really wants to stick around, he could last for a few more years. Cause he's not, he takes care of his body. So I think Keith Thurman doesn't do that enough. And he's, you know, not, you know, he's reaping the benefits of, you know, not being in the gym, because that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna get those little ticky-tack injuries, tears, and, you know, because you're not in the gym, man. Now Fundora gets a chance to capitalize on the opportunity. But, you know, Tszyu, because I know Tszyu is going to be, you know, expecting a different style now, because Keith Thurman, I think Tszyu had the height advantage over, you know, Keith Thurman. But now you're going into a fight with kids 6'6", you know, long kid. You don't know what to expect. Now you got a whole different game plan. So I think the fight is going to be good, you know. But now we really got to talk about, you know, the winner. What they got to do if they win. Now that Terence Crawford has, you know, invoked himself as mandatory, being that he's the champion at 147. He makes himself the mandatory at 54. Now he can do that because he wants to move up. He can do that. Now he's going to be mandatory, and the winner will have to fight him next. And, you know, Tszyu said he would fight, you know, Terence Crawford, but, you know, Terence Crawford Earl Spence. But now that, you know, Terence Crawford did this, it's no question who you're going to have to fight next, because Crawford is going to be a mandatory. Spence ain't been in the ring since, you know, last July. He's not. We got to see Spence get a tune-up or two so he can, you know. But Crawford and Tszyu, I would love that. You know, big chance for Crawford to capture another, you know, title in another division. So, you know, and especially if he can't get the Canelo fight, you know, because Canelo doesn't seem interested in fighting Terence Crawford. But I would love to see Tszyu and Terence Crawford. It's not going to be, you know, the biggest money fight, but it's definitely going to build, you know, add on to, you know, Terence Crawford's long legacy already, you know, in my opinion. So I would love to see that fight. And so now it's going to be no other option for Tszyu once or you know, Fundora, you know. But Fundora and Crawford, that would be, you know, Crawford would give up a lot of height against Fundora, and that would be crazy. So I would love to see what happens in that type of fight, but I don't think, that would be crazy. But I still think Crawford will find a way. But Fundora's 6'6". I don't know what Crawford could do. Like, but yeah, now that, you know, whoever wins, Crawford is gonna be the mandatory. So now that excites me a lot. You know, I'm glad Terence Crawford is, you know, moving on and trying to, you know, do something else, you know, because he doesn't have to do the Spence rematch, you know. He called out Canelo, but Canelo is trying to fight Jaime Munguia. So I'm not mad at Crawford for invoking his mandatory status. So I would love to see it. So, you know, I want to see what happens March 30th. I'm definitely going to tune into the Fundora and Tszyu fight. But now I'm even more tuned because, you know, whoever wins has to fight Crawford next, you know, as your mandatory. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure y'all smash the like button. Hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 1K subscribers. I love you guys so much, so much, so much, so much, so much. Hit that like button. If you want to find me on Facebook, my Facebook is in the description. LOE Visuals. I love you guys so much, man.